I hate blind supporters. A blind supporter is someone that has a belief with no evidence. You have faith. Faith you can have for religion. Why? Because you can't see God. Lucho, I can see his fucking disgusting tactics. I can see his disgusting tactics. But these people are okay with mediocrity. That's why they're not hating. That's why they're saying, let's not blame anyone. Let's trust the process. Let's do this. Let's do this. Because they don't actually love PSG. They don't actually care about PSG. They don't actually have high expectations of PSG. They don't actually want PSG to win. You know, my club just exposed themselves. Because, I mean, we've talked about Luis Enrique possibly extending. I made the live stream about it when I checked, I think. We see the date of this. Yeah, anyways, like 3 weeks ago. We discussed this. I had no issues with it. My main issue with all of this is the timing. So during the worst period under Luis Enrique, I would say, the club is awarding him. Like, we're backing you at your worst. But what Paris Saint Germain are not understanding, this is not a relationship. This is our manager. Enrique has reached an agreement with PSG to extend his contract for a further 2 seasons. So his contract obviously ends at the end of this season, 2025. So we'll go to 2027, as by the thumbnail. Giving him confidence. The issue is we're not just going through a bad form and everyone is just cooking Lucho for no reason. We're going through a bad form because of him. Because of him putting his ego above the club. Even the fucking players are disgusted with his behavior. That a report has to come out. Dembele was so disgusted that he confronted Lucho about this, and Lucho banned him. And this is what my club does. I think, talking in a group chat with PSG Report, and I said, this club has given Luis Enrique too much power. This is even more. This is even more. Obviously, there are a lot of positives we can take away from this, that, oh my God, now we have Luis Enrique for a long time, even though he was never thinking about another club. But obviously, his contract ends at the end of this year, and you don't want to have a manager that you're building a project around having, you know, a contract that's possibly ending. Now we'll see if Luis Campos will also get extended. I still believe that we will not extend him. I still believe he doesn't want to stay, but we'll see what happens. But no, DJ, what this tells us is that this club is actually in this trust the process gimmick. They're not complaining about the bad form. They are, as the other PSG fans, trust the process. It's all about how we end the season. Like, we've lowered the standards of this club. That's my issue with this. If this was fucking 3 years ago with Tuchel, Nasser would be fucking calling other agents and thinking about other managers. The timing. I think we're going from one extreme to another. It's like before we had the bling bling extreme. Now we have talent extreme. We went from not giving the manager that much power to giving him way too much power. I think we've shifted way too much. Like, we went to the right direction, but we've continued too far. We've continued too far. We're becoming a bum club now. The first thing with the Dembele and the entire players thing, that he doesn't even respect the player. For example, DJ, I read up. This exact same thing happened at Barca. So I think in the first season of MSN, or the second season, something against Sociedad, the way they lost. Messi went and complained to Lucho. Lucho then started thinking, he was like, you know what? I want to punish Messi because he came up and complained. But the locker room was so strong at Barca at that time because of Xavi and everything that Lucho had to compensate. Barca went on to win the treble. Even though Lucho went against his ego. Now PSG are just feeding Lucho's ego. Oh, you want to ban Dembele because he doesn't like your tactics and he's speaking on behalf of the rest of the players? You know what? We'll back Lucho here. I don't understand why we're feeding into his ego this much. Like, this is just another Mbappe DJ, but as a manager now. I don't think anyone should have this much power apart from the president. Like, Nasser just, Campos take power here, Lucho takes some power. No, the players have no power. That's what we're doing. We have another Spanish possession manager, and we're going through this entire project, which is not win now, but win in 5 years. Or have higher likelihood of winning 5 years. Basically becoming a project, which I absolutely despise. A project is not meant for a club that has a high standard. This means that we have dropped our standards. We are saying that we can compensate being bad for a certain time as long as we're good later. My main thing is now, Lucho's not getting the best out of the players. DJ, you, me, every other PSG fan and the players themselves have told Lucho, you need to adjust.
Right.
You need to adjust. How can we pressure Lucho to adjust by not rewarding him this extension, for example? Like he has to adjust, and you're like, yeah, get the extension. Now he's even more comfortable. Now he's gonna go even stricter, disgusting possession Lucho U-shape ball. Nasser blind, maybe Nasser is okay getting pegged by fucking Arsenal 2-0. Maybe he's okay with that. I don't know.
Is like has the responsibility of saying, let's try something different, you know.
I mean, it's 100% on Lucho. He's the manager. He's the one that puts out these disgusting tactics. So if there's anyone better that can see how disgusting the tactics are, it's Lucho. But his ego is blinding him. So he's like, no, this will work. Yes, because why? Because of his adjustments. For example, last season, I remember we played Sociedad. They pressed us extremely well. Lucho, what did he do? He went against his philosophy and played the double pivot in Fabian and Vitinha. And then in the second half, we cruised through it. This is the first one, the home game. So he's made tactical adjustments against his own playing style that have made us play better. Under Luis Enrique, we're getting embarrassed. We've lost, 6 UCL games under him? And not just lost, but getting our worst 2 Champions League games in Champions League history have come under Luis Enrique. The Arsenal game and the Newcastle game. Just getting our pants shit on. Imagine we extended him after that Coupe de France final. That's when the reports became big. After that Coupe de France final versus Lyon, we end this first season of Luis Enrique. Mbappe is gone. It's great vibes. No one's questioning it. This one, extremely questionable. A very mid-transfer window and a very mid-start to the season. And this is PSG's response. I'm telling you, if this is actually how PSG thinking, I could see Luis Campos being extended. And that would be one of the most disgusting stuff I've seen. Please, Saudi Arabia, buy Monaco, make Campos the king of Monaco. But we fix our problem progressing the ball. I mean, we're not struggling progressing the ball because of the players we have. João Neves, great line breaker. Vitinha, great line breaker. Warren, I would not protect him. I think Fabian is a decent to good line breaker with Kangi Lee as well. Lucho is the problem, is the tactics. Lucho doesn't even want to progress it through the center. Like his center mids, like how he's using the midfield. Let me go to fucking Shapes versus Girona, because you guys have been in this international break for such a long time that you've forgotten the fucking terrorism we did under Luis Enrique against fucking Arsenal. We couldn't. I can't think of a single time, DJ, when we had it from Dona and managed to get out. So our center backs having 209 passes and our 2 midfielders having 76. This is not Vitinha and Fabian's problem. This is Luis Enrique's problem. Why? Because DJ, I would rather lose the ball 10 times in our own half than do this. And what I mean by that is that our players should try to take risks. I remember you said they should either carry the ball, take on an opposition, or make a risky progressive pass. For example, Beraldo, when he was like good and confident, that's what he always used to do, DJ. Sometimes he made the progressive pass, he got intercepted. But sometimes he created the big attack. If we look at the Mbappe goal versus Sociedad, that's Beraldo making line-breaking pass to Fabian, back to Kangili, and then Mbappe goal. It feels like our players are not trying to do that. And that's why the players are complaining as well. That's why I like that report so much, because even the players are complaining about it. For example, here, DJ, Vitinha gets the ball here. What do you think is the best move to do here? So he intercepts this pass. They have a counter attack. He intercepts it.
Okay. Where should he go? I'd say maybe carry it into space. He looked like he's got some space.
So like here?
Yeah, just carry it forward a bit.
And then Pacho can maybe move here.
Yeah, I see. That's Barcola, right? Left wing.
Yeah. I mean, you can't really see it that well here, but he's actually raising his hand. He's
to pass the ball.
Asking for the ball, yeah.
He looks through.
Here. You see he's doing both hands. Yeah. What does Vitinha do?
Sideways.
To Hakimi and then Hakimi back.
Back, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And I think this is what the players are complaining about. It feels like Lucho's telling them, DJ, to don't attack. So Nuno has the ball here.
Mm-hmm. Where should he go?
All the space in front of him. He has Vitinha here, has Barcola, Asensio.
Yeah, I'd say probably carry it forward again, because I think he has space to run into.
Carry it forward. Maybe this guy comes on to you. Vitinha is a bit more free. And we have a counter attack. Yeah. Nuno stays shut.
And goes backwards.
Stands with the ball, gives it back.
Yeah. Bro, this is the thing that's killing us, man. It's just the instructions, whether it's from the coach or it's the players that are choosing to do it themselves. They're just too safe.
But the players complaining Let us read the report as well to understand the complaint even better. Just in many PSG players in the squad, they're starting to get frustrated by Luis Enrique's game plans. Lucha's been uncompromising, and several players in the squad feel restricted this season. Things were different last season since Kylian Mbappe didn't really obey the instructions imposed by Lucho, so the players had more freedom off the pitch. So the players basically want more freedom, DJ. They want to do, because that's what great players do. That's what great individuals do. They want a little bit extra freedom because that's what makes them so good. It's their quick thinking that makes them so good. But if you play them as a system player, they're just going to look as mid as any other player then. This is Luis Enrique is asking very specific things from the attacking players, giving them much less freedom. If the players don't respect the instructions from Luis Enrique, then they're directly reprimanded in the locker room or during the video analysis session, as we've seen with Lucho last season with Mbappe, the Jordan stuff and everything. Several players in the squad believe that the team is much more dangerous when Enrique's game plan isn't followed, and the attackers come deep, have freedom, etc. Luis Enrique also doesn't want to play a plan that is counter-attacking. He absolutely wants a possession game no matter the opponent. And the counter-attacking game, DJ, goes exactly along with these two slides we just looked at, where PSG have a possible counter-attack, but we opt to recycle possession, DJ. Like if I was playing this guy on FIFA, I would call him a disgusting human being. Because he's like he's not trying to play football. He's trying to keep possession and play risk-free football.
But if you're doing the U shape when you're down 1-0 and the opponent is sitting in a deep block, you fucked yourself, man.
100%. And we've seen how many times last season, this season, the opponent gets the first goal, and it's an entirely different game. It's an entirely different game. And one thing I don't understand is I have no issue being a possession side, DJ. If we don't want to play counter-attacking football, we don't play counter-attacking football. But if we're going to be a possession side, we have to be a great possession side. We have 70% possession per game, but we can't manage to progress the ball through the lines.
Exactly. Yeah. And then even when we get the chance, we don't take the chance to pass the ball forward. It's just always backwards, man. Always backwards.
So we're like a possession side, but in our own back half.
Exactly.
Best side of all time. Like our three centre-backs, they have completed, average the most passes any centre-back trio have had of all time.
In Europe.
In the world, in the universe, in Milky Way, no one comes close. Pacho, Marquinhos, Nuno, deadliest trident that isn't spoken about enough, man. Like, you know, Neymar, Messi time, where we won a lot of games because of their individual ability. And that was okay, because that's why you have great players. This game felt the same, just with less quality players. Nuno was our magician, and Hakimi was our magician. Wait, Luca, send that to me. Send that to me. Bruce Hawkins, 54 seconds ago. Luis Enrique was in this country club is also in advanced negotiations with.
Oh, come on, man. No.
I mean, they had already been saying this before, but.
Oh, man.
This is exactly what I was complaining about in the beginning. In the beginning of this podcast, is that this club's standards have fallen to such an extent where Campos can have that kind of a transfer window. Lucha can have this kind of a period. We don't even know how long he's going to go for. And what he's done at this club and the defeats and everything that, let's extend them. Yeah, this fucking club is fuck it. Yeah, it's done for. GG's effing the chat. We love to see it. And Beraldo have periods. Barcola has periods. Kangin has periods. I don't fucking want to sign a woman with periods. I want to sign a fucking grown-ass man that can give me consistent performances. Like a Lucas Hernandez, like an Ousmane Dembélé. Why were they among our two best players last season and our two best signings last season? Because they weren't fucking kids. They weren't 22 and younger. Will eventually be really good in a couple of years when the young players are ready. Kingsley, do I look like a Brighton fan? Do you think that news amazes me? I don't give a fuck. Imagine if we wait this and then, like Kingsley, imagine 76ers. Imagine we do all of this process and fucking still bottom the UCL. Project Saint Germain, are you excited? No, because the review, what PSG have done now, also they've like divided the fan base. As we saw with the voting on Lucho, it feels like there will be two sides of the PSG fan base. One that is extremely unhappy with the board, and one that just, oh my God, we're doing exactly what I've been saying. I've always said we should become like City. Now we're doing like City. City won the UCL. Now it's our time. That's my issue. They've fucking divided this fan base because of their stupid, disgusting decisions. I'm mostly mad about the timing. I've always been positive towards the Luis Enrique extension, I just don't like the timing, and I don't like the mentality of this club. And I was talking about it with DJ, and then when the news came out about Campos being close to extending, it just confirmed what I said, that the standards at this club have fallen. They're okay with mediocrity as long as we're great in the future, which is totally against my belief of how a football club should be run and how Paris Saint Germain should be run. If I was fucking running, I don't know, Burnley in the championship, I would try to instill the biggest winning mentality. But unfortunately, Nasser Khalifi, past 2 years, he's okay with mediocrity. He's okay. He's okay. He's okay. He's okay with the puppets in the club, no personalities, just disgustingness. Losing to Arsenal 2-0. Yeah, let's extend Lucho. Fucking drawing to Nice, barely winning against Girona, drawing to Rem. Yeah, you know what? Let's award Luis Enrique with this extension. Let's back our manager in this tough time. Even though it's Luis Enrique's fucking fault, we are in this tough time. But no, it's the player's fault. And then it's the Campos' fault. And then you can't blame Campos. You try to blame Lucho. They excuse you on players. You try to blame Campos. They excuse you on we don't want to overpay. Oh, there is no one available. They were saying shit like, yeah, but Napoli were asking for too much. Yeah, but Alvarez preferred Atletico. Yeah, but he did this. Yeah, but he did this. Stop fucking acting gay. Stop acting gay. If you went to me and asked me, would PSG sign Neymar and Mbappe the same transfer window, I would spit on your face. I would not believe that. But what? This club has made miracles. So I've always believed in miracles at this club. But now, the miracles have run up because we're not even trying to go for miracles anymore. We're not trying to go for the biggest players. No, we're trying to buy players that we hope become the biggest players. We just have faith. That's what we have at the moment. It's not trust the process. It's have faith. That's where we are at the moment. Because I'm not seeing what I'm supposed to trust. I'm just supposed to have faith that everything will go right and PSG will start cooking. And everyone is happy. PSG win their first UCL. Lucha's a fucking legend. We build a statue, this and that. That's what this club wants. That's what this club wants. I mean, now at least, DJ, if we fucking lose, we know who to blame it on. I will be the defender's biggest defender, the player's biggest defender this season, DJ. I'm not going to cook a single fucking player this season. I'm not going to cook a single player of this season. Because they don't deserve this. The players that signed for our club don't deserve this, man. They don't deserve this. They don't deserve that our president, our sporting director, and our manager is this incompetent. But Thompson, my main thing is the timing and what this tells us about this club. What this tells us about this club is we're okay with mediocrity, Thompson, as long as we become good in 5 years. Thompson, before QSI came in, when PSG didn't even have the money, did we fucking have dog shit standards like this? Let me explain. Why should we try to buy big players if we clearly saw it doesn't work? You see, DJ, he's part of that cult. He's part of that cult, DJ. Like since 2013, we're trying to build a super team and it did not work out. If we start to build players, what the fuck is it didn't work out supposed to mean? What the fuck? Because we didn't win a UCL, we didn't try, we didn't succeed. Imagine saying that to Pep. The season before Pep won the UCL with City, the season before that, City could have sacked Pep and said, we sacked him because we've been trying this for 5+ years and we still haven't won a UCL. They could have sacked Arteta and said the same thing, Sonny. You know how you're saying trust the process? That's how I felt from 2013 until 2022. Why? Because the process was trustworthy. We were signing big players. We were always doing strong stuff. We had a bad period, sacked the manager, got new players in, bomb, immediately. Push for the Champions League. Push for the Champions League. And Sonny, I can agree you disagree with that opinion, and I see a lot of flaws in how we did that. But Sonny, we shouldn't go from here to here. We should go from one extreme to one extreme. We need to be in the center where we're doing a mixture of the young, talented project, the new direction we're going in, and still trying to do the bling bling. But no. We want to go this entire other extremist route. Like this fucking love for the club and shit. Look, if players really love this club, Sunday, it's about what you do on the pitch. That's all I care about. Their job is to perform on the pitch. Their job is not to love the club. We can fucking, hire anyone to love the club, but we can't hire anyone to cook for us on the pitch. Why do people care more about the relationship the player has with the club rather than how he fucking performs on the pitch? This is some virus thinking. Why the fuck would I care about if Cavani kisses the badge or if he scores a goal? I would rather he scores a goal. I support this club. I don't fucking support this club to have men loving us. Exactly, Ito. That's the weird thing. Because you can't even use the example, Lucho is in a bad period, PSG is in a bad period, and the management is backing Lucho. No, we are in a bad period strictly because of what Luis Enrique has done. And PSG are like, instead of putting pressure on him to start making adjustments, which even the players are complaining about, they're like, you know what? No. Here you go, Lucho. Here. Take it. Here, go. Continue this fucking trash period. We'll still back you. Why? Because we believe in 5 years we'll win the UCL. We'll back you now. My opinion, I'd rather play Conference League with players who love the club than win the UCL with a bunch of Mbappes. The heart of the identity of PSG are the city, the fans, and the players. Okay. I mean, Sonny, you know what? I'm actually happy you're here and commenting because you're the perfect example of the people, of the fan base I hate. Accepting mediocrity as long as the players love the club. Yeah, Gonzalo loves the club. Let's start him every single game. Yeah, I got to screenshot this comment. Let me ask you a question. Would you rather we always buy big players and leave the UCL every time or 2 years from the... This is my issue with you people, Raheem. You think I will fucking only want to buy Messi and so on. Why are you putting this fucking stupid question of the other side is your side and the other side is supposed to be mine? When have I ever said we should only buy big players and leave the UCL every time? When have I said that? Obviously, I wouldn't want that. Hashim, Campos wanted him. Osimhen wanted to come. Nasser was okay with it, but Luis Enrique vetoed the signing because he didn't want Osimhen. First of all, I don't, because he didn't suit his philosophy, and then Osimhen has a big personality, and Lucho is scared of personalities. His dick shrinks when other men are around him. He just wants boys next to him. That's how when Lucho feels like a man, when he can fucking just say no to Dembele when someone criticizes him. Such a beta, man. Last season he was fucking cooking Mbappe, and now he fucking scared of Dembele, man. That's the thing, insanity. He's such an ego that he feels no one can tell him what to do better apart from himself. And PSG are just feeding into that. I think the next step is to hire an assistant who can accommodate Lucho in his tactical analysis. Bayern will have René Maric with that role. Yeah, I mean, Elmo, Lucho's assistant at the moment is the assistant he brought in. So basically just a yes man. You just have so many yes men at the club. Nobody's willing to critique other ones. Everyone's like, yeah, everyone's doing great. Let's just hope we're doing great.
Is that so? That's Lucho's guy, his assistant.
Yeah, he brought him in. Yeah,
right. Okay.
He had him at Spain and so on. Yeah.
Do we know his background or anything?
Assistant coach of Celta Vigo, assistant coach of Barca, assistant coach of Celta Vigo, assistant coach of Spain. Yeah, so he's just basically been Lucho's bitch the entire time.
Okay, fair enough then.
I mean, but he's just a yes man. Then he's not gonna be someone that's critique Lucho's tactics. Then the time is so often, if I don't agree with him, extended, they should have at least waited March per season result. JB, for me, the timing is bad, and the timing also proves to us that PSG were okay with what just happened. They're okay. They're okay with Campos' window. They're okay with Lucho's in-game tactics and everything. They're fine with it. They're fine. We can get dogged away to Arsenal as long as we're good in the next 5 years. That's the new mentality of PSG. Now we don't care about the present. We only care about the future. No, Lucho thinks you win the game by having more possession. He's accepting hope for entertaining successful football again. This position, Bob. I mean, yeah, really. At the end of the day, we can only accept this. I can't fucking go and change the decision. What has happened has happened. I need to support and back this club as a supporter. I just now, Rivi, this podcast is just supposed to get everything out. I think I'm gonna upload a video, so like a short summarized version of my thoughts. And then back to, like, I'm going to go into the Strasbourg game positively. I'm going to hope for the best. And I'm not going to keep critiquing and cooking. But if this pattern continues, Rivi, I have to stand up for the truth. But 100%. I mean, Tim, you're just a blind supporter. Because you are blindly trusting the process. You're not seeing the process. I'm not seeing any process. I'm seeing the same problems we had in the Newcastle game. I saw them in the Arsenal game. So I don't know, what are you trusting? What is it that you're like, oh my God, we're doing just like Pep? Was fucking Pep this bad? Was Pep ever this bad at City? Stop fucking comparing him to City. The only comparison is that he's Spanish and we're giving him time and he's a position manager. But if we're looking at the results, if we're looking at the impact, I'm not seeing anything similar between the two coaches. I hate blind supporters. A blind supporter is someone that has a belief with no evidence. You have faith. Faith you can have for religion. Why? Because you can't see God. Lucho, I can see his fucking disgusting tactics. I can see his disgusting tactics. We have complained about the tactics now for the past 5 games. As a majority of the PSG fans.
Last season as well.
Dembele went up to him as trying to be the leader of the players, went up to him and said, Lucho, this is not working. He got fucking banned. He got fucking banned from our most important game of the season so far. Then the report from Jamil came out that it's not just Dembele. A lot of the players are annoyed at what Lucho's playing. What does my club do? They award him. So I don't know what fucking track you're talking about. I don't understand where he's saying, oh, he would have done a review now during the international break. Who has told you that, Tim? That's what you want to believe. I want to believe that Lucho has done a review and he will start adjusting. Do I believe in it? No. I followed Lucho now for 1 year and 3 months. I haven't seen the adjustment. I don't know what you're talking about, Tim. You're saying stuff without any proof or evidence. You're strictly going off faith. I hope. Inshallah. You're moving like fucking Madrid during the 3P era, man. Just inshallah, just hoping. I don't want to be in that situation of hope. I want to see fucking progress. I want to actually have something to believe in. I don't know what I'm believing in at the moment. I'm believing in that despite everything that's happened, we're going to succeed. That's what I believe in. Despite. These are negative. These are going against what we should be doing. We have Itu. We have. But, you know, Itu, as long as we're not doing bling, it's good. Because that's the worst thing. The worst thing isn't failing to win football games. It's not failing to win football games. The worst thing is trying to be bling. That's the worst thing this club can ever do. It's not losing games. It's being bling. Would you have Galtier, Poch, or Emre over him? Oh my days, man. Every single time I critique Lucho, you fucking bring up another name. It's like I have a fucking girlfriend. She's doing some mad stuff. I'm gonna critique her. I'm not gonna fucking start looking at other girls immediately. I'm gonna like, hey, I should swap her. I should get someone better. No, that's what a fucking idiot does. No, I critique. This is what you have to improve on. This is what you've been doing wrong. But you guys are like, if you're unhappy with Lucho, it 100% means you want someone else. I've never said that. Other players perform at international level and play below average at club level. See Colo. Tim, it's so ironic that out of everyone, you who say it, Tim, because it's like you have so many problems you can look at. You look at all of them, but the main problem you don't want to look at. Ask yourself that question, Tim. They perform for international level. That means they have individual ability, but they don't perform here. What's the main difference? We could say pressure. There's more pressure at PSG than their international teams, maybe. That's a valuable argument. I don't know, maybe the Parc des Princes and the away stadiums that we play at. That's also a small argument. But the main argument is obviously Luis Enrique. He's not getting the best out of the players. He's not tactically setting us up how we should be, which is what I've been complaining about and what the PSG players have been complaining about. That's the Lucho motto, Thompson. We have 167. We've won. Yeah, it's cooked, guys. It's cooked. Leave PSG before PSG leaves you. Joseph, my club has always made terrible decisions. Okay? This is a terrible decision, but my club has made terrible decisions. I would say the main thing I'm mostly heated about, Joseph, has to be the fan base reaction. Because I remember Lee said this to me as well. He said, if the club is not keeping up the standard, that's the fans' role. Because when the fans also drop their standards, that's when you become a mediocre club like Arsenal and like United and like all other bum clubs. So I would say the fans dropping the standard because they don't want to be critical. They don't want to be negative. They don't want to hate. We are in this situation. The people you love the most are the people you can potentially hate the most. I love PSG a lot. And that's why when it goes really bad, I hate it a lot. Because I don't want it to go bad. But these people are okay with mediocrity. That's why they're not hating. That's why they're saying, let's not blame anyone. Let's trust the process. Let's do this. Because they don't actually love PSG. They don't actually care about PSG. They don't actually have high expectations of PSG. They don't actually want PSG to win. It's not about that. It's mainly about the club. First of all, the timing of this. and how much Lucha's fucked us up recently. And this is how PSG awards him when he's been fucking putting his ego above the club. I'm telling you, Lucho is fucking Mbappe reincarnated. Lucho is Mbappe reincarnated. And then obviously we have PSV midweek. So yeah, let's hope the best for Paris Saint Germain. And as usual, allez, allez. Allez, Paris.